So an ex-employee of Tom Girardi is slamming Erika's acting skills on the latest episodes of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Not only that, we're hearing from Erika Girardi herself where she doesn't give an F if her fellow housewives don't believe her. And it doesn't end there. Dorit and PK are in the news for unpaid taxes. Welcome back to the Kempire Daily YouTube channel, where you get daily and consistent hot topics in music, entertainment, reality TV, and so much more. As always, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, and be sure to hit that notification bell so you never miss out on breaking news when we go live or when we upload. So before we get into what this ex-employee of Tom Girardi is saying, let's just talk a little bit about Erika getting caught by the paparazzi going to a private dancing class. So, the paparazzi with their shady questions asked her a question about her fellow housewives not necessarily believing her. So as I said before the class, a photographer asked the 50-year-old, expensive to be me, singer, whether her co-stars believe her side of the story. And this is a quote. She says, "I really don't give a F if they do or they don't." So Erika Jayne had attended this class in a black sweatsuit and sneakers, put on her blonde tresses up in a messy bun as she carried a white tote bag and rocked dark glasses. The biggest part of the story for me had to be that, she's back into getting ready to perform. As you may recall, in the latest episode of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, she was asked by her fellow housewives what happens to Erika Jayne, the artist. And she says, "I don't know." So apparently she's looking to get back into the music business, but if anyone knows the music business, that's not where the money resides. Anyways, more about Erika Girardi. So an ex-employee of Tom Girardi from his law firm is slamming Erika in regards to her acting skills, and all of you have been slamming her all week. And if you missed our live recap, be sure to check out the link in the description of this video. So this is what the ex-employee is saying, and as always, we'll be citing our sources. So the ex-employee says this: "There's been waterproof mascara since 1938. I had no idea, y'all. Before we were all born. So I'm sure she could get waterproof mascara," says a former legal consultant from Girardi Keese, said on the Juicy Scoop podcast with Heather MacDonald. She says she likes big sunglasses. There are scenes that somebody posted where she's inside with sunglasses. So she's sitting in bright sunlight with non-waterproof mascara, just sobbing. Juicy Scoop host Heather MacDonald noted that it's normal to wipe away your tears when crying, which Erika didn't do. That whole scene, and I watched it. Did she take acting classes? I thought she went to like an art high school in Atlanta. She needs to get her money back from any classes because nobody was buying any of that. I mean, that was terrible acting. It was horrible. She says, "Kathy and I, she's been watching it since Erika got on because, they had dealings with them and she thought maybe she'd learn something new. So we're talking about it, and she said something that really struck me. She's like, she wants people to be sympathetic, but she's not sympathetic in regards to, of course, Tom's victims. Who gave you that narrative? Like, who's crafting this PR stuff? I mean, come on. We all know she's on a reality show. She's done enough media. Her side has to craft a narrative and lay it out. Who's doing it? Who's coming up with this? Because it looks wild. I mean, it doesn't make any sense." Well, I'm glad it's not just us. I'm glad that it's not just us. But Erika Girardi is not the only one in the news. As you know, we did a whole video talking about some legal issues that Lisa Rinna is facing. But now another Real Housewives of Beverly Hills star, Dorit Kelsey, is back in the news. As you may recall, in this last episode of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, Dorit talked about the legal issues and how their accounts were frozen, even though it was an issue that was PK's issue before he even knew her. Well, now she's back in the news for something that does involve her: unpaid taxes. Let's get into the details of this. So according to reports, Dorit and PK Kelsey owed $1.3 million in unpaid taxes. In documents obtained by The Sun, Dorit and Paul, PK, are named in a federal tax lien. The couple of 6 years owe $635,887.23 to the IRS from 2018. Dorit also has an individual tax lien from California State for $90,269.46. This was most recently dated on March 2021. As for PK, he has 2 solo tax liens attached to him. One tax lien from the state of California stems from 2015 and is for $293,222.73. He also owes $289,423.67 for a 2018 federal tax lien. Combined, the reality TV couple owes a whopping over $1.3 million in unpaid taxes. So it should be no surprise to us, the shady past of Dorit and PK and how they live their lives or how they make their money has been following them since they've been on the show. And we've been saying for a very long time that Dorit needs to get off the show, but she continues to be on the show. And now more of this will play out. I wonder what her response will be if she hasn't already responded. I haven't checked, but this is a lot of money. This is a lot of money, especially for a couple where they've already been having money issues allegedly. And now more, this is a big price tag in comparison to what we were talking about before when it comes to them. So maybe this is why these housewives are so understanding in regards to Erika Girardi's money issues. They're having their own. We will be continuing to follow these stories. And look, I have to give it to them. And it's not even these storylines because we're not getting these storylines from Lisa Rinna or Dorit on the show. But Real Housewives of Beverly Hills is bringing it this season. And it's not just about Erika Girardi, because honestly, I cringe every time I watch anything with Erika Girardi. There are a lot of things going on. That's a nice addition. Nice, I use loosely. But we will continue to be watching and see if there is any remorse that comes from Erika Girardi. And see also, we all will be taking a closer look at what's going on in Lisa Rinna and how she handles this situation with Erika Girardi, not her own personal money situation. She has to respond by July 30th for that whole sue situation that she has going on. And Dorit and PK, that's a lot of money, but do they have it? We will be following these stories as always. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on breaking news when we go live or when we upload. Thanks for watching.